in this space. My God, thank you guys for being present. I really appreciate it. Holding space. Nada focus anti Akasha katan. All right. Santi. Okay. Welcome. Welcome, Starseeds, Indigo Crystal Children, to Starseed Evolution. I'm Akasha Azurite. Welcome to day 3 of the Golden Owl Circle Starship live event. We're on day 3 for Starseed Ascension support, connecting, and we're going to be taking questions, different type of chat questions, probably like 3 or 4 questions today for Ascension and Starseed support, New Earth reality support. Today is going to be an all new timeline. And hopefully everyone is able to connect into the frequencies. We'll be connecting together. So I want to open up the space that we're going to actually be doing Merkaba upgrades. So this is going to be a space we're going to work in together to be able to upgrade the Merkaba, universal DNA system, golden starlight, Merkaba upgrade. So this is going to be an upgrade. We're going to go into the conscious field and about deprogramming the conscious field. We're going to welcome in the Galactic Councils, the Aurora Councils, the Lyran Councils, Arcturians, Mantises, the highest and benevolent councils of light into this space, integrate into this space. Connecting to all of you, this is day 3. And the dream state is really intense right now, working through conscious traps, working through imprisonments, internal imprisonments, artificial timelines collapses, major artificial timeline collapses, being able to actually see what false timelines are, artificial timelines are. You'll actually be able to see them to start to dissolve around you, and everything will go really vibrant in HD. So HD expansion, vibrant expansion. You'll be able to tune into it in your waking state. And then in your dream state, you should be seeing everything collapsing, being able to see yourself shifting and moving through the imprisonments, internal imprisonments, collapsing, dissolving what's left of software. Software is going to be the emotional body. Emotional body software is trauma, deep cellular trauma, releasing multiple hard drive ego filters, artificial intelligence. Artificial timelines and false timelines are actually holographic inserts, inserted false memories too as well. So we're going to do a nice removal for that today. And I really do want to do it because I'll tell you this, if you could wake up every morning, you can reset and learn how to readjust your timelines and to be able to remove holographic inserts. Holographic inserts, artificial timelines, and false timelines. You want to most likely readjust and to be able to do this every morning until it's in your nervous system. You can program it in your Merkaba too. It's always nice to wake up and to watch the holograms move as you're doing it. So I pretty much know most of them will be implanted. Some of them actually are implanted on your journey, and it is past, present, and future through all time and space. So as you sit and remove it, you actually will sit and you'll be able to see the holograms move. You actually will see the holographic realities move. And then those of you that are spiritually waking up right now, moving through deep, deep veils of amnesia, remembering and going through the remembrance, how everything works. you'll realize that it is a hologram and a holographic experience where you are a divine being, source being, advanced being, luminous being coming into a vessel, and a super intelligent vessel on a human experience. Now it's a vessel, right? So everyone has their own labels for it. Vessel, suit, I'm going to call it a gate, and a huge universal gate system, a multiverse Stargate system, a super intelligent system. So it's an actual universal structure, multiple gates and multiple gates, universal galactic gates. So that's what we're going to activate for today, is the universal DNA systems. I cannot express even more on how to awaken, to restore your memories, the plates, to start restoring the plates. The plates is all of your memories back, would be activating the internal gate within inside of you, universal DNA system, universal soul system, 15-dimensional system, 12-dimensional templates. Focus anti. Gishifuku akayokuina, dere focus anti gishifuku nakati. Dere focus anti naki. Waking up in the morning, setting the mood before you go to sleep. So I wake up and I reset timelines and adjust everything. Make sure that I can remove the holographic inserts. You'll see that your timelines will shift and change. It should be a beautiful experience. Fifth dimensional experience. Now, if you have holographic timelines that are imprinted, inserted, dissolving them could take a little bit of time. So you'll start to see everything shift and change around you. You'll be able to know what dimensions you're in and navigating through dimensions. Navigating through dimensions is 3D dimensions, 4D dimensions. You can't miss it. You won't be able to. Dimensions are within inside of you. You really can't miss it because you'll watch everything kind of look gray, like you're kind of like a gray scene, and then goes HD, really vibrant and expanded. Vibrant, expanded outwards. That's the actual third eye vortex, which is a pineal gland diamond, an actual crystal diamond chakra point. You can't miss it because you can see right through it. You can see through the facets and through all dimensions of it. It's quite beautiful. So I think I had one here, but I had a beautiful diamond to be able to show you, but I think it's pretty much down there. It's in my grids now. So if you actually get like an actual diamond crystal and you put it right here on your third eye, you'd be able to see how are you actually seeing. So you're seeing through all dimensions. So what happens is that everything goes really expanded, and that's how you'll know. You could be sitting there 1 minute, you can see yourself in the 3D. I would call the third dimension more artificial, and then you'll be able to see it collapsing and keep all collapsing, and you're actually seeing collapsing through the collective consciousness, the human collectives too. So you see everything expand, go really vivid in HD. You'll be able to see everything in a 360-degree expansion. You should be able to see in all dimensions around you too. So you should be able to see in all 15 dimensions. And that's actually really weird. So that actually seems like you're a spider at that point. You would feel like you're a spider and that you're seeing through like 8 eyes or 15 eyes. Most likely you're only seeing for the first 7 eyes. And you can see through all dimensions. See in a 360-degree all the way around you through all time and space. You'll have that too, and you will be able to see through all time and space, all timelines. It's quite fascinating. When the diamond third eye comes fully online, you should be able to see in spectrums, rainbow spectrums. So if you go outside, after you will see these artificial timelines collapse, it is within inside of you and in your morphogenetic field and also in your spiritual body. So when you do see them collapse, you should be able to kind of walk around and you'll see everything in a hologram structured through light technology, rainbow light technology. The internal softwares, we call them phantom matrices, shadow matrices, or parasite matrices, anger, fear, hatred, violence, judgment, separation, other types of sexual distortions. How do you perceive? How do you perceive external? Those are all parasites. The internal parasites are actually within inside of you. Those are all softwares that are running. So if you have an understanding that they're just softwares, most likely being programmed. The biggest programmer was the outcoming of, or one of them at least. Yeah, one of them. There's other technologies too, but that's all cleaned up now. It's just the actual TV. Now it's like YouTube and other networks, different social medias. Everything's pretty much being cleaned up now. So nice work to the all and to everyone coming in here. All of the galactic teams, the frontliners, foot runners, way showers, gatekeepers, and grid keepers. Those of you that are doing massive work in your dream state. All of you that are collapsing false timelines, holographic timelines, doing all kinds of amazing work in your dream state. Those of you coming in here. Nice job. So there has been major cleanups, but a lot of the softwares are pretty much programmed into our field. So moving through that, it's moving through your belief system, shifting through it. How do you move it? It's really easy. Meditate and see yourself as the universes and galaxies. As you see yourself as universes and galaxies, sit in that space in the 0 point. Find the space in 0 point, which is the nothing point. The source point. You can find it within and just remove everything. Don't believe in anything anymore. Stop believing in everything that you're programmed with from here at this point on. We all do this, so I have to do it all the time. At this point, I wake up and there's nothing there anymore. And that just means I'm quantum accelerating and jumping, wiping templates, and then I have new templates coming in, which means everything has to go. So if you see, keep tuning into everything that I do, you'll see that everything is just new again, something new. Words are different, speaking. Nothing is ever the same anymore. Belief systems will have to move into shift out as fast as possible. So you just want to just remove everything. Tap into the heart center, into the higher heart chakra, 0 point, source light, God consciousness, and to sit in that space as many times as you possibly can. To see yourself as source light, creation. Visualize yourself as a universe and galaxy. You want to just visualize pushing the softwares up and out of your crown. Eventually, you'll be able to smell the softwares actually leaving your physical body, which is really weird. You'll be able to smell the softwares coming out of your crown. You'll be able to sense it, to smell it as it's coming out, up and out of your body. Density coming up and out of your body, so you can see it. Looks like particles. Different types of weird particles coming up and out. You want to be able to move the tetrahedrons. Yeah. They're saying external spin. It's like reversal spin, reverse back, and then you can be able to push everything up and out of your crown. There's a vortex, and you can spin them out. Loops are going to be a little bit different. You want to figure out how to just get up and out of the loops. The loopings and the loops, the Groundhog Days. A lot of them have to do with software. Sometimes you have to keep playing the softwares out in order for them to leave. Those are experiences and lessons in the 4th dimension. pain, suffering, guilt, shame. Those are just some lists, but it's all fear energy. So you'll be able to move it up and out. It takes years of progress, so just take it easy and just flow. The more that you practice, I'm not going to say mindfulness, the more that you practice keeping your heart open and heart center meditation and focusing on this vortex, it will start to get a lot easier when you just let go. Letting go and just letting go of control, reversal backwards. If you have lots of control, do a reverse. So hopefully that will be able to help you. Like I tell people, is like if you're in control and you organize the house every single day, you want to do a reversal backwards. You want everything to be a mess completely. Then you can clean it up later, but you want to do a reversal. Don't brush your teeth for about 3 or 4 days. That will get rid of a belief system in a program really fast. Don't take a shower for a week. That would do a huge reversal spin. Okay? Think about all those controls and belief systems. You should probably sit there for a little while, laugh. You'll be laughing the whole time. When your heart is expanded and the DMT is really pumping through the vortexes in the brain, you'll be sitting there cracking up laughing as you're like going into like anxiety, paranoia as you don't brush your teeth for like 3 days. You should, or not taking a shower. Move through those belief systems. Do a reversal spin. If you cook every single day and you're like the house you take care of the house and you have to do everything, or those are your belief systems, majority of the time it's most likely you feel like nothing will get done if it's not correct. You're a perfectionist. So hopefully by then you would know you're a perfectionist. You want to give up everything for like a week, and that actually will help you clear softwares. It'll help you be able to reflect and to look within, to be able to expand your consciousness enough to look within and to be able to see everything that needs to be released with inside of you. So you can start with small things, and then you can go a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper into your heart, more deeper into your heart, more deeper into your heart. What else can I let go? Deeper, 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 deeper. And then eventually everything will just collapse and collapse. And then you'll be able to expand more. You can look through all your illusions, your limited belief systems. Why can't I do this? Why can't I have that? Yeah, why can't I take that trip to Egypt or Greece? Okay. My dreams, I'll never have my dreams because of this. Because I didn't go, oh, this is a good one. This one's actually a good one. Because I didn't go get a degree in an education, I'll never amount to anything, or whatever was programmed into you by others. You would realize just others' belief systems. And then there's those of those of you that have studied really hard. I've done really dedication and education in school, and you still have those belief systems. I didn't do good enough, never did good enough. And it doesn't matter who you are. Everyone has those limited belief systems. Maybe you studied really hard for like 10-15 years in college and you couldn't align to the job, right? And then you're just beating yourself up for another 10 years. You have to kind of tune into your belief systems. Everyone's story is different, but a lot of us suffer from, I would say suffer, I'm just going to say suffer for right now, from lower self belief systems of external projections of telepathic thoughts from others, programs from others. Eventually you'll realize everything is just in your field, in your conscious field, from others. Telepathic thoughts, energy and vibration. Being a master of energy and vibration. Just for a minute. Thoughts can get into somebody's field. Remember that. How you see, perceive can get into somebody's field. Eventually, when you open up your mental body and you open up your conscious field, you can tap into the consciousness of your field. You can read about anything for your whole incarnation. All thoughts that were in your field. Okay? all telepathy thoughts. And that one's really weird because then you have to cleanse and clear that and purify that. You have to go through a huge purification for like 30 years. How you perceive and how you perceive others. Your thoughts of others is consciousness. Goes right into their field. And it actually does. So eventually, your higher self, when you can hear your higher self at one point, your oversoul will say, 0 point, balancing, no thought, purify your thought, your mental body. 0 point. Okay? Well, I would say balancing. So, techniques and how to keep no thoughts in the mind. Go into the heart center, activate the heart center, stay here in the heart. Once you start thinking, that sends energy out. Okay? So eventually one day when you open up enough, you actually recognize this, that we're all interconnected through source. One day you'll be actually able to see the strings, and it's interesting. You'll be able to actually see the strings coming from your head and where they go to. And you'll be able to actually see where all your thoughts go to. So the head, in a sense, is what you want to shut off and you want to turn this mind on. The mind is your higher heart mind and your heart chakra. So that's another thing. As you sit there and you open up more development into the ninth master templates, okay, that's fine. Going into your master templates, when you get into the master templates, you should be able to hear your oversoul by then. Your oversoul will teach you how to keep the mind in a stillness by then. And then thoughts, it can actually, that energy can project into somebody's field. So that is like another master teaching after that. So you want to purify. That's why everyone says on the ascension process, purification, 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 purification. And it is really purification. You won't be able to get through the gates at a certain point, and you'll realize that too. And you wouldn't, eventually when you get through the gates, you go back in to the fourth dimension and going back and forth, you would understand why wouldn't that be allowed there. It's purity and purification. Okay, so eventually when you open up enough, you'll realize the majority of what you believe in your belief systems, your limited belief systems, your perceptions of you, because you want to look internal first before you look external. Everyone will look external, and that's okay, because that's how you're able to reflect. Okay, so that's fine. Internal. All right, so you most likely want to sit internal for a long time. You can do reverses back and forth to be able to move through that energy and those softwares, and you can release them very easily. Hopefully you guys are able to follow, but you want to go internal to remove everything. When you open up, you can read consciousness. Okay, you should be able to read consciousness. We have light hands. Okay, our hands are light. Our hands are also connected to our Merkaba field too. You should be able to tap into the softwares and the frequency bandwidth, the actual bandwidth of your Merkaba system. The conscious field, you should be able to read everything in your conscious field and even everything that is projected at you. You want to be able to cleanse and to purge it and to clear it, purify it. Eventually it'll be strong enough that the projections won't be able to get in. A lot of people have to understand that too. So a lot of psychics that are waking up in the beginning stages, there's the empath. Okay, empaths. Everyone on this planet can tune in to telepathy. Okay, projections, and that is the third dimension. So if you're still projecting outwards and still projecting energy outwards, that's a third dimensional hard drive that you want to dismantle as fast as possible. Then you'll be able to move into the fourth dimensional hard drive systems. Once you move into those fourth dimensional hard drive systems, you want to keep dismantling. That's going to be duality, polarity, judgment, separation, low light and dark game. That you have to play it out, and then the higher frequency bandwidth is beyond. Obviously, you know that. So you want to clear through these. There are stages. Empath, opening up. That's your heart opening, expanding. medium abilities, right? And then super intelligence abilities, superhuman abilities, which are really fun. Moving through time and space, bending through time and space, biolocating through time and space, teleportation, translocation, telepathy, really advanced, where you can tap into any consciousness anywhere that you are. So just trying to assist you that if you think I'm not telepathic, yes, you are. Everyone on this planet is telepathic. Every species on this planet is telepathic. Anything that is source light is connected to consciousness, can hear frequency, vibration. It's frequency. Telepathy is frequency. You can learn how to tune it out, but eventually when you open up enough, you will realize that majority of what you believe in is either projected at you, projected into your field. I wouldn't say at you, projected into the field. There you go. What you allowed your conscious field to be around. Who did you allow your conscious field to be in for long periods of time? Who did you allow? It is you. You take responsibility for everything at that point. So you know you have a lot to clear, right? So you should know you probably have a few years of sitting there really digging through softwares and going, why do I believe in this? Where did I get this from? So that's the part of clearing the conscious field. There's just frequencies. So if I was going to help you, vibration. It's all vibration. So if something comes up, guilt, shame, a thought, a perception, I'm ugly. Okay. Okay, well, I obviously heard that in school, I think when I was 5. Okay, so I know where that comes from. Okay, so I can go, you have to understand it's going, wow, okay, so when you're tuning into all the aspects and the identities of self, the ones that you are purifying, you will go through a purification of that. That's when the subconscious splits open, and you have to go through a purification of all parts of you. All right, you can call it the shadow, and that's fine, but it's actually just parasites that you're clearing. Yeah, it pretty much is. You'll realize that it is at a certain point. You're just purifying those parts of you. Telepathy, frequency, vibration, thought. Okay, so you want to recognize it's a vibration, see it as a vibration. Vibrations, molecules, vibration molecules, and atoms. Okay, so you'd be able to see it vibrating. Then you want to tune into it as a color. See it as a frequency color. So most people will see it in black. It's not always black. There's red and blue. So eventually you open up and realize there's all different types of colors when you're tuning into them. And whatever you see in perception right now, I'll never be good enough because this belief system was told to me over and over again. Okay. All right. So that's cool. Obviously that person has some healing to do, hopefully. That's those, you have to see how everything works for a while. Eventually you'll let go and it wouldn't bother you. You just be able to move through the software. So there's a lot of self-talking that needs to be done for many, many years until you realize, oh, this is a software, and then you just let it go. So you say, you go, okay, I see this, I see that, I see it, right? But we all need assistance in the beginning. So vibration color. So I would see blue. Ugly is blue. I feel ugly because the frequency of blue. So I see it and you want to sit, you want to be able to feel it and to vibrate it up and out the crown and just to move this out of your conscious field. If I could help anyone, I hope that you guys start doing it now and vibrating it, because when your field gets as big as 10 football fields, it's really going to be a lot to clear. So you want, and that's when you start expanding in light. So you want to be able to just vibrate it up and out. If you could start right now in the beginning stages of your light body. Yeah, like a whole planet ship walking around with sparkles and starlights and colors. As you're picking up attachments everywhere you go. It's a joke. You should see the blue beings that are constantly clearing me as I walk. So you want to be able to vibrate it, see it, recognize it, let it go. Some Some softwares can take years, okay? There's deep is there. It's really deep. So honor this process, respect, love yourself, hold yourself, and hug yourself every single night, okay? I sit obviously for hours and sleep with my hand on my heart, majority of the time. Majority of the time, it's my higher self that's pretty much hugging me and holding me when I'm pulling up really deep softwares. So it's okay. It's a higher version of me. It's an actual huge being that I can see that holds me. So we have to love the vessel, love the soul. Okay. So that takes development and time. You want to be able to love yourself. You want to honor the process and know, all right, well, I have like 5 years of pulling up this one. This one is probably going to take a good 5 years of clearing in my field. But I do know it's a software, and at least you're looking deep within to get it out, because you'll see it coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back, and it really is just a third dimensional hard drive that you've dismantled, but you have to remove the softwares. If you look at it as pretty much as the quantum computer system, meditation in the heart center, keeping the heart expanded, staying in the point where you don't think and you're not in your head anymore. That's a challenge, but you'll master it eventually. Techniques would be nature and sitting outside. Go sitting and laying in the dirt. Okay? Tuning and toning with Gaia. Gaia will be able to tune and tone your field and to be able to connect all the connections in the root chakra, which actually will help you balance. Actually, most likely balance to go into the heart space. I'm just going to say the center point. You would call it the center. We'll be able to help you balance your center point. And that could take a little while too. It depends on how you live up in the head system. How much are you up here all the time? And where are you? Are you in your heart? You'll know when you're in your heart because everything will flow. And also, you won't be sitting there thinking all the time. You won't be up here. And you can pay attention to where you're looking at. You should know you're in heart space is when you have no thoughts coming in. And that's the center and the 0 point. That is like the place between nothing, and then you can flow and vibrate and then quantum jump. So there's a part of quantum jumping through gateways too. Now we're going to open up the space for Merkaba upgrades. So hopefully that was able to assist you guys with removing softwares. A list of softwares? No, I don't have a list. I'm just going to say moving through fear. Fear is everything. Fear is violence, hate, pain, suffering, guilt, shame, anxiety. So hopefully that will be able to assist you. There's a few of them right there, but I would just say fear, all fear viruses. I call it viruses because I pretty much know that it is an actual like virus in the system in itself. Artificial softwares, there are artificial softwares too. You can just deactivate and dismantle anything that's in your system, but you will have to clear it out of the physical body. And it is the consciousness of the body, the vortexes in your body and in your cells. Everything pretty much will expand enough so one day you will be able to see the actual vortexes in your body and your pores. It pretty much looks like a bunch of blackheads about to explode, and then everything, all the softwares will come out. So it looks like black, and black. So some people, I think, they might think it might be some type of intelligence, and it's not. It's softwares that are leaving your body. I mean, to me, it's still an intelligence, but you can actually move it up and out, so you'll see everything go into black. You'll be able to see your cells about to pretty much about to explode. So it does look like black, and then it goes poof, up and out. I'm able to see it. That's when you are really upgrading your pineal gland, pituitary gland area, Godhead, and the mouth of God. It's really expanded, open. All vortexes are online. Plasma system. So once you get into the plasma system, you'll be able to see everything inside of your body like a magnifying glass. And it is a part of the diamond third eye. It's right here. So it looks like magnifying, like I can look through all parts of my body right now, which is really funny. And then the cells, so I can magnify into my cells, my bones, my structures. So much you can find in the pineal gland, and then also in the spinal cord networks. That's amazing. And the nervous system, it's really weird, really strange, being able to see everything. And I pretty much know my vortexes are about to pop open. I'm about to clear a bunch of softwares because I can see all my cells in the blood, and I'm literally like tuning in, and I can see everything go like black, like the pores and the blackheads. It's really weird, really, really strange. And then everything just goes like comes out. So it's just like it's breathing, and then breathing vortex. It's like volcanoes. It looks like volcanoes opening up and blowing through the vortexes. It's for the star body, crystal body. We're calling it the Crystaltina body. So we're coming up for our own name for it. Everybody calls it the crystal, the crystallea, all these beautiful names, Christosophia. We're going to call it the crystallina body. It's all Christed, crystal, networks, diamond, plasma, you name it, volcano body. It's really beautiful. To be able to see all of this is bizarre and strange, but it's actually a beautiful experience once you just let go, and just see it. So the next thing for software is you want to start speaking your softwares out. So you actually want to start voicing yourself big time and not suppress anything out. So you'll be having lots of conversations with you and your higher self. The next expansion moment is when everything goes HD after the 3D holograms collapse. And that's what's happening is the 3D false timelines and holographic timelines will start to collapse. I think 3D and 4D to me is a lot. To me, it's just false timelines. Once everything collapses, you'll be able to go outside and everything should be rainbows and rainbow spectrums. So clouds, mountains, trees, everything's rainbow. Everything's rainbow. I mean, you look up, you see nothing but rainbows. It's absolutely beautiful. So those are the collapses, the major collapses. You want to expand on that and the magical moment. So today I woke up, I knew I cleared a bunch of prison softwares, which is fine because you will keep going. It doesn't matter if you've been 8 years or 20 years on this process. It's a lot in the collectives. It's all collectively, if you want to make sense. So I woke up and I could go outside and I could look and I could see all the clouds were rainbows. The trees have rainbows. It was just beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. I was like, wow, this is so cool. Standing there with my higher version of me, I was like, this is just absolutely beautiful. And my star family too. It's just magical. And I was like, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. I said it was absolutely beautiful. The Aurora Earth. So my gate popped open. There's a gate. I'm going to go into this for a minute. The 12th gate. It's the gate. The Lyra gate is the 12th gate. They call it the Amra. I'm probably not saying it right. It's the Aurora Earth gate. Amra. Tina. Sorry, I can't say it right now. But it's the Lyran gate. It's the 12th gate. Amra Tina. Yes, thank you. Is it? It's the Aurora Earth. So my gate went open, I think about 6 or 9 months ago, like fully open. Boom, big gate open. when this gate opens, all you're going to see is Aurora frequency. So it does look like the Aurora light. So when you look outside, that's what it looks like. So you can see green pastels flowing. It's absolutely beautiful. So my gate went completely open and I was like, wow. I had a bunch of Lyrans like staring at me, different lioness beings. It was so beautiful where they're all like, can you see us? Yes. The holograms of the Aurora Earth, it takes time. Didn't take that long of time. So I would say it was like a few months. So like 6 months later, that's not that long. Development, okay. Development, if I'm going to say as far as construction for the holograms. So the softwares of the third dimension, artificials, anything that's within internally is inside of, it's actually inside of the physical body. We'll have to keep collapsing. So like I said, you'll be able to see the gray hologram. It goes boom, collapse, gray hologram, boom, collapse. And then you'll be able to see everything in the rainbow spectrums, the Aurora frequencies. So it's absolutely beautiful. If you guys start seeing it, that means that you've definitely popped open your 12th gate. Yeah, it's absolutely just amazing. So the construction of this Earth system, which is inside of you, will start to come into the physical. It has to be upgraded within inside of you. And it's a plasma system. It's the finishing completion, pretty much. I would call it the completion of the master templates and the plasma body. Plasma body looks like rainbow and blue, and you can't miss it. There's no way you can miss it at all as it's upgrading. So your whole body is going to look like rainbow spectrums and blue all over, and then you'll be able to see externally. So it was just absolutely beautiful waking up and being able to see all of the clouds and then the aurora light frequencies, the green in the trees and everywhere. I was like, oh, I've been seeing it for the past like 2 weeks, and I was just like, this is just amazing. Thank you. Thank you to Lyra, the Emerald Order, Amethyst Order, and the Gold Order. Thank you guys so much for being my support team and to getting me through those gate systems. I would say getting us through the gate systems as fast as possible. So I thought that was just amazing. Beautiful experience. If you are tuning into this frequency, it's the new Earth, and they also call it the Aurora Earth. So we just want I just want to connect to the star family that has been assisting us and guiding us, and just so much appreciation for assisting us to break through those softwares and hard drives and releasing all these templates. Okay, so I would like everyone just to put their hand on their heart, and I'm just going to finish up with the Merkaba upgrade. Please, you can, those of you that are tuning in and listening to the podcast, and for day 3, please state where you're from so we can all connect our heart centers around the planet, and so we're able to emanate light, rainbow light, crystalline light, to be able to connect through the grid system, to awaken with the crystal grid system, to awaken the hearts of humanity and the higher harmonic universe, the Aurora Earth frequencies together, to come together into unity for new Earth consciousness, Aurora consciousness, Avatar consciousness, connecting into the God Self grids, the star seeds. Nelson, if you speak light language, if you want to speak your light language, you can. Anyone that wants to join in, you can. So you can always unmute. Gesa fukua kana dara fokusanti akasha focus katan dara fokusanti suffocation no kuturkati gesa nakata suffokuya kisha kana dara fokusanti akisa focusation kana dara fokusanti sana dara fokua kasha katan dara kuwa kisanti kana dara fokusanti sakasha focusation akia kisana dara fokusanaka shaka she focusation dara fokusanti kisano dara fokusanti sono kuno dara fanti ukusho katakati connecting into the heart space center. We want to connect our love together. Connect on the starship. We have UK, Dallas, Louisiana with Tiffany. Connecting to all the angels, the angelic humans that are here, light warriors, light workers, starseeds, galactic ambassadors around the planet. Connecting to California. Dari focus santia kashakatan, dari focus santia kiana. Dari focus santia kushifukua kashakatia kanan, dari focus santia katan. Connecting to the Netherlands. Gisha focus santia kashakatia katan. We have Texas, and we want to connect. To be able to open up, we're going to bring in a Merkaba upgrade. Dessa focus fukana, dari fanti. Dari focus shakana, dari focus santiniki kasakatia kashakatan, dari focusana. To be able to activate the Merkaba system and the 12 crystalline DNA strands. Santiana the Foko Shakata Kia Kanan the Fakasanti, Santiaka Yokoya Nandrafanti, Gasana Koshakatan, Santina Kyokoya Kana, Gasantina Kana, Gasuko Shakatan, Santiaki Kushukoti, Giananda Fantina Kua Sananda the Fokasantina Ki, Safokashantia Kana Kana, the Fokasantina Kushuko Shakana, the Fokasantina Kia Safukono Kotini Kikanakati, Santina Kikanakana, Gisafokoshako, Santia Kana, the Fokasantia Kana, the Fantira Kushakatia Kisika Kashakata, Gisantia Kushafokoekaya Kana, the Fantia Kasanti, Shafokashantia Kana Kuashakati, Akasanakata. We want to upgrade and tune and tone with our Indara family for an Indarian system. The Rifukusantia Kashakata connecting to our crystal family. The Safokasana, the Rifukusantia Kashakati, Gasanaka Nakati, Akuekanan, the Fanti Kukishikati, Sakyukasana, the Fukunakanan, the Fantia Kashakati, Sanan, the Fokasantia Kanan, the Fokasantia Kashakatan, Gasanti, Sokoshakatan. And just breathe in and breathe out. We're going to bring in the rainbow crystalline liquid light into our heart centers, and we're going to connect into a crystal system on a platform disc. The crystal system, you'll be able to connect as a diamond. It's a Blu-ray diamond system. We're going to connect to be able to emanate light outwards and to be able to open up, to expand in consciousness and to raise our vibrational frequencies together, to be able to support each other and to awaken and help awaken our brothers and sisters that are not fully awakened yet. We want to connect into the purest frequency of peace and unconditional love. So connecting to all the angels, all of the angelic angels around the planet. Our light warriors, connecting into our light warrior grid system. We're going to connect into the Canada grid system to help and awaken our family in Canada. Connecting to the grid systems in South America. Europe and Asia and Russia, and also our brothers and sisters in Antarctica and species. We're going to awaken and to activate the Merkaba systems. We want unconditional love and peace. Going to transmute all energies and softwares, to remove all softwares in this now. Cleanse cleanse and to purify and purify distortions, all distortions from Atlantis. Purification and the emotional body systems. Santina kia kana delefantina kiu kusha fokuela delefantina kiu kusanti. Sana delefocus santina kikata. Going to work on purifying the consciousness, activating the vehicle of light, the Merkaba vehicle. The kusa fokuekana delefantina kikasanta. Tuning and turning the field. Purity codes, purification, purity templates. And we want to work on rose gold DNA systems. Golden Starlight, Merkaba upgrades, Gasafoko Shokoya Kata, Santia Kana, Darafantina Q, Kishakatina Kashakata, Sakoko Santido Qana, Darafoko Sana Kashakatan, Darafoko Santi, Sana Darafoka Santina Kia Kashakati, Okasanakata, Santina Kia Kana, Darafakana, Darafantina Q, Kasanakana, Darafaka Santi, Sakasha Foka Santia Kashakatia Kana, Darafanti. Santina Kananda de Foca Sananda de Fuqua Santi, Akashakati, Sananda de Foca Santina Ki Casafoco Sanakananda de Faka Akashakati, Santina Q Casafocananda de Foca Santina Kashakatanda de Focanakati, Gasantina Q Casantina Kana, de Foca Santi. I want to be able to connect into a heart center, connect and open up the higher heart chakra, your galactic cosmic heart, and connect together as one to bring peace and unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness, and unity for all of the collectives and collective consciousness. We want to stream in the Christos frequency and the Christos Sophia frequency. Connecting into the Sophia energy matrix and the crystalline energy matrix of the Sophia, the diamond grid system, to bring pure love and purity for all of the collectives. And to activate the Sophia crystal diamond Christic system, solar DNA system. To restore divinity and sovereignty. Divinity and sovereignty and purity and source consciousness. Gesa kua kana kiti akasanti. Safoko santina kyuko sakashkatan, derefantil ko sanakati. Sako shakuena, derefantil kika santina kyushakatan. Derefoko santina kyuko shakona kana. To awaken the rays and the solar rays of the goddess. Defoko sefoko shantia ki kashakati. Sako no kotira kyuko shakotiri foko santi kashakatan. The infinite divinity, divine mother crystal grid of the Sophia frequency, to awaken the divine purity Christed masculine frequency, Sananda de Fokwana Katina Ki Kasanti, Akasanakatan, the Fokasantina Ki Kasanti, to awaken and reawaken the Christed crystal child frequencies, the divine children, divine inner children templates, Gishifukushakati, the Fokasantina Ki Kasafoko Kashakatan, the Fokasantina Ki Shakataki Katakati, to awaken the system and activate the universal DNA. Universal male and female, God, goddess system. To feel the Christic and the Christic Sophia, the crystal Sophia frequencies and diamond rays throughout your physical body, the purity and the purity of the solar ray of the Sophia energy matrix. And we want to penetrate this light across the planet and the universal structures and the multiverses. Sakako santina kiakana, derefakana kati, gisafu katana katan, dergia kanakati, giokonoko dunoko santi. Sakaka santi akashakatan, derefaka santi akasafoko nakati, sanan derefoko santi niki akasakatan, derefonko santi akashanti, shakanan derefoka santi nakayakati. We want to upgrade the virus to open the heart portals and the Christic Sophia Solar Heart Center to open, to expand it to an all heart vehicle for all heart purification, purity system, purity of communication. Yesefoko sanfoko santiaka santiaka shanakati. Derifoko sefoko sentiniki kishefoko shakati. Derifoko santinaki okashakatankati nikikatan. To purify the system and to restore the diamond crystal grids and the triple diamond sun crystal grids of the Christic Sophia energy matrix systems. To open the heart and to restore the Christed star sun systems. To remember that you are Christed, you are the crystal children and the Christed children of the diamond sun DNA systems. And it is time for you to reawaken and to restore these plates. To restore the memories of who you are as a luminous being of light, of crystal light, of purity and God consciousness, and that you are connected to everything on this planet and in the universes and multiverses. Sananda fokusantina kushakati. Gisa fokushankati. Sananda fakasana kashakata. Kashakata fokusanti. The fokonakana, the fontina kusantina kiakana. Gasanti. We want to activate and to restore the Aurora body. The Aurora body systems. Shafokasana kushakati kashakata. The fokusanti. Sakana the fokusanti kusanki kashakatina kiakana. The fokusanti kisafokusantina kiakasakata. And that you are not imprisoned anymore, and that you are free from your internal prisons inside of you. We want to bust and to break through those mirrors of reflections. And to break through the prison system. That's a 360-degree prison. We want to collapse these matrices within inside of you to restore your freedom and sovereignty as the luminous being of light, as a solar being, and to restore to your solar DNA, your Christic solar DNA. The Christed star systems, the universal structures and diamond grid systems. Santina ki kusana kokoshanti. Santina kana derefoka santini ki usufuku santini ki shakatan. To return to the Christed and crystal raw Sophia energy matrix diamond grid systems. Gesefuku shekushana kana derefoka santi. Sakashanti akashakatakati. Guruku no kata. Derefoka santini ki kanakati. To the avatar consciousness and source consciousness. Shekanan derefokusanti. Yesefokusanti. Sakanoko kashakana derefokusanti akashakati akusafokusanti. Kienokonoko kasanti nakanan derefokusanti. Akasafokusanti nakukasanti akana. Gasanta. Santina ki akashafo inakana. Derefantina ki. Narakanakatina koshakate defokusanti ki kasanti. Derefoko no konakatina kana derefoko santina ki kasaka kashakata the kiku santina kana the kasanta kashakata derefoko santina ki kana ka kushaka nakatina ki kusanti the kia kasantina kana sakana the foka santi shako shako kana derefoko santi akashakata santi akana derefoko santi akasafoko santina ki kashakati sanan derefoko santina ki kusantina ki kata. Thank you for connecting into this space. And it is a full moon, so I hope everyone has a magical experience. connecting into the sacred moon energies. Maybe mystical and magic, connecting to your crystals to be able to open up the heart and to have a magical experience tonight. Some of you most likely want to just be by yourself too. It all depends on the frequencies. Just connecting, if anyone wants to share before I close the space. If anyone would like to share in the space on the Zoom meeting, you can share your light codes if you want to.
Yura kakariaria hiarea yananana yoroera hioka kiora yoka iuri nanina kia karea hiura dana yonana kiokara yara kioka ida yana ko hiura ya kiana eo aiera hia mai na kiara kia rea hiuro no ikia ya kia ka yaraina kia hiaria kioa. Heorono no ko I di ai a ha ia ki ene ai o ai ai ene ai a ha. Heoro no.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Should I make moon water? Yes, make moon water. Put crystals into it, amplify it, Lemurian seeds. Thank you so much, Nelson, for sharing your light. I appreciate it. It's my Lyran ambassador brother. Really excited. Lyran, Liran. It doesn't matter. It's that my higher selves are laughing at me. When I say the name, it's like it's more of my software is coming up. My lioness, my cat Max, yeah. I call them cat Max. My cat beings. Thank you guys for connecting into this space. So Nelson is ambassador on his journey for a beautiful star system, connecting and anchoring in the grid systems with his wife and his family in Canada. So thank you for sharing, and definitely appreciate it. Moon waters. Michelle, yes, make some moon water. You want to make some moon water and save it too. And you can put it on a meditation altar space, and you can meditate and anoint yourself afterwards to do some meditation on self-love. The moon is usually for reflecting and for releasing. You can release, belief systems, cords, attachments. So it is a beautiful space for releasing. That was a major heart expansion. I could feel that one popping open in my solar plexus. My solar plexus belly went down. Yay! I'm having air babies. Before I got on, it's like, I'm pregnant again. I walk around going, I'm pregnant again. I feel like I've been pregnant through time travel for 1,000,000 years. I was like sitting here going, whoa, I'm pregnant again. I don't know how to explain it. It's in the Merkaba. It's like it goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. That's actually really funny. It's photonic light. So just letting you know it's actually photonic light. Connecting, just connecting to field. Thank you guys for being here. I do have I have sessions with my amazing clients tonight, so I have a few of them a little later that I'm going to jump off of here and for tomorrow. So if anyone has any questions before I close up the space, just connecting, anyone that has any questions for Starseed support and Ascension support. So thank you, Rosa My Rosalina. I'm gonna name you Rosalina or Rosa. Let's do Rosa Crystaltina. Rosa Crystaltina. I'll find your new name.
I love that.
Rosa Crystaltina. Rosa Crystal. Rosa Crystaltina. Rosalina. That's it. Rosalina, we'll get you some little gold crystals. So gold rose crystals. Are you going to share yours? I had to put the new ones outside. It's like I ran the whole pile of Mandaras outside. The big ones, I was like, you got to go out. It's like it's getting crazy. It's like, is it? No, I'm just kidding. They're outside working with the North Carolina grid systems. So anything I get goes right outside right away for the crystal grids here. Which Indara do you have? Is it an Indara or let me see?
Right there?
Yeah, that one's beautiful. That one's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, those are amazing. Those are like Utopia colors, the Utopia tones. Those are beautiful. I love them. I can feel the energy is coming from them. They're absolutely beautiful. मेरे focus se focus en ti. Je focus que ti. Je focus en ti, que je focus en ti. Daniel, I'm going to say wanting to actually preserve the planet Earth. Okay, but there's multiple planets in the solar systems that are involved and galaxy systems. Yeah, so trying to explain that question, that's what I would tune into. You have to understand it has to do with Andromeda, the Milky Way. There's a black hole system. I'm going to say preserving the way when I was awoken in 2013 and the way that the Galactics were explaining it to me is that it's an actual experiment. It was an experiment and there was 3 seedings. Okay, so there's 3 seedings to the experiment here on the planet, to solar system. So the way that they showed me is resets, adjustments. Okay, so working on the adjustments, there's the pole shift that happened. There's a lot more that happened. My contracts were more settled in the pole shift. If you want to say, most likely enough adjustments to make sure that the Earth system, the ecosystem did not become a dead planet. Okay, dead as far as the one that's next to it, or they say the one that's next to it, but anyways, I'm not going to get into that today. I have my own belief system. I don't think that there's a dead planet next to it, but anyways. So anyways, I was like, I don't want to get into that either because I really don't want to get into much of the drama. I really don't anymore. So you'll see I won't answer questions anymore. So I've had some beautiful people come to me, somehow led to me asking me a lot of questions. To be honest with you, I've wiped my template so much that I don't have answers for you anymore. I work with the Emerald Order, the Emerald Order beings on my own sacred time, as far as answering galactic questions, I don't want to say dramas, but certain histories. I really don't go into it. I've wiped enough that I don't want to recreate the timelines. I would like to hold a frequency of peace and harmonious balance, in order to adjust the timeline. So I actually do know how certain things work and systems work that I don't go into it too much. I know about clearing distortions with galactic wars and Atlantis. So if anyone does ask, hopefully you don't take it personal ever. But I've had some people message me, and I'm not the one to discuss that with. Those are other contracts here on this planet. So I've worked through enough as far as to just clear everything, wipe it, reset it, and hold a space for an adjustment. We're working on a huge adjustment here. And the adjustment is we can hold and maintain a space of peace and purity and love for this adjustment. So I came in here definitely with the pole shift contract. So I'm going to say to assist with the dead planet. I'm sorry, the Earth becoming a dead planet. I can talk about this just a little bit. So some of you guys might know about it, right? So when I was awakened in 2013, I was processed by a bunch of councils, and I knew who they were, so it's okay. Yeah, the Plator. Play Lydia. I was laughing because I thought it was different beings, and it actually was hilarious. Anyone who would tune in, especially, I only have like one funny friend that eventually, after a while, she knows how I am and how airheaded I can seem. I'm really up in the higher realms a lot, not too airheaded. So if you feel like you're airheaded, you're not. You just live in your you pretty much probably live in your crown chakra all the time. Okay, so you're up there in the crown all the time. Just want you to know that there's no grounding in the bottom, nothing. It's not like you're dumb or anything else or unintelligent. You're most likely just really quantum, and you just live up there, and it's okay. So everything shifts and changes because it's quantum. You move and you shift through dimensions, and most likely you're just getting wiped all the time and wiping templates. And that's okay too. So you won't ever have answers if you're up too high up in those realms. So eventually everything will come in, and that's how everything works. It comes in a spiral system, comes in through light technologies, light spectrums and colors. I realized I was like this for a long time, and years, and I was really just kind of degraded towards myself, actually. But that has to do with belief systems of people that I allowed in my field for a long time. Just getting into that too. So I realized I was just quantum, so you just wait for the information to come in. So they would just process me telepathically. And when they processed me, I said, oh yeah, I know you guys. Okay, yeah, this seems real. Seems to resonate with my heart. So we went into everything, and they were just showing me through blueprints and structures. And how, when I say blueprints and structures, a lot of people is like, well, what do you mean blueprints and structures? Well, it's quantum light technology. So it actually is quantum physics. It really does look like telepathic geometrics downloads. It's telepathic electronic geometrics downloads. I can see it in the Merkaba. I can see how it's all constructed in the Merkaba, it's through my Merkaba screen. But if I actually just sit there with them, I can just see it all in codes and light codes. So really pay attention to, if you're seeing light codes all the time, what you guys are getting. So they would just show me how everything works, and that if the planet dies, the rest of the system. So they just kind of walked me through a nice little video that if the planet dies, then everything else is going to start falling, if that makes sense. So they were just showing me everything would become obviously distorted. Galaxies, different galaxies that are out there, Andromeda galaxies, Milky Way. I mean, there's already lots and lots of distortions there, but trying to realign it. So they were just showing me through a film that if this, we're trying to show you how everything is interconnected. How does everything work? And that if this goes into a dead system, that this will happen. So we woke you up because we need you to do this, and that. Okay, so it was kind of like that process. And we're just showing me, why are we awakening you? And then I just received it, and I got it. And obviously I went to sleep, and I said, okay, I understand. So that's the only thing, is like, why was I jolted awake very brutally and fast, right? So it all came together eventually in quantum light. So it really does look like quantum light technology. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. It looks like this. Lots of quantum physics. I have books and books of it. I have lots of books of nothing but quantum physics, things that don't even exist in this reality. Just wouldn't. It's way out there. All universal languages, all different beautiful things to tune into. And a lot of you guys that are awakening starseeds, galactics, that's how I woke up. So I was just drawing all kinds of geometrics and all kinds of crazy stuff. Thought it was like squiggly lines, and then lots of it has points, and then I eventually was able to piece everything together. So what I was doing was, whatever it is was my mission. So I realized my mission like years later. And then I was like, after they processed me on everything, I said, oh, okay. So I just sat literally and drawed. I realized that's all it was. I just needed to bring the frequency in. So just draw the frequency, it will be good. I did other stuff in my dream state, but that was with galactics that are not the highest beings on this planet. So the Ioni councils are really beautiful councils. Pleiadian, I realize, is not the Pleiadians, it's Pleiadian that were talking to me the whole time. So that was hilarious after like 3 years having that awakening, going, oh my God, okay. I said, I was like, no, wait, now I know who you guys are. That resonates a lot more. So this actually resonates with me. Thank you. You guys actually resonate with my heart. And they all resonate with me. So for here, for unity. And then I realized I was also involved in contracts too, galactic contracts that were not the highest for my being. And I was processed by Pleiadian the Pleiadian councils. Different councils actually came in and actually sat and processed me on that too, and was asking me what I was doing in my dream state. And I'll be sharing in the future a little bit about that, maybe or maybe not. So I had to go through that too as well. So it's all like it was really interesting looking through all of my contracts. So they actually just processed me and told me, you know, these are not the highest contracts for you. These galactic councils are not the highest for you. And we went and sat through that too, so I could have an understanding of everything that was happening to me in this now. So I'm glad they actually did come in and were communicating with me. And if anybody ever asks me about the galactic councils, I will not be answering. So just letting you know. I will not be answering that, so you don't have to ask me about it. I'm just going to say that Starseed's awakening definitely want to connect into the heart space and to make their own, to find their own truth eventually, to be able to connect, because there's a lot out there that you most likely want to connect to your avatar. Eventually just connect to the avatar present. Ioni councils I will recommend as a beautiful council to work with. Ioni's Emerald Order, Angelic Human Races, the Amethyst Order and the Gold Ray Order, Syrian councils are wonderful, and I love Arcturians too. So that's just me and my experience. So I hope that this is able to help anyone that is listening. Yeah, I do. I communicate with multiple councils and all councils. Those are the councils that they felt like home to me. So uniting families, and yeah, so it's okay because I work with lots of them. I actually assist, at this point I assist dimensional beings, all different types of dimensional beings for all different types of genetics. I'm here for the universe and to assist all of them. So it doesn't matter where they come from, what council they come from. I'm here to assist them. So I do come into places like a peacemaker contract where I can actually communicate with them. And that's what I was, you can call it coach for, but it's more peacemaker contracts with certain councils to communicate, to come from a communication place of purity and to unity. So I've met some really funny, beautiful lizard races, and there's lots of reptilian distortions here that have to be cleared on the planet, and more some. So serpent races and all kinds of races. So just kind of moving through that, and then you have metadimensional beings too. So there's dimensional, metadimensional, and then ultra-dimensional. So it's like just tuning in to all of them, kind of sitting and listening, kind of not, I don't go into the games of light and dark and the false light and all that funny stuff. I really don't play into that. I feel like that I'm way too prepped, way too prepped, sitting with them, sitting with different Lyran councils. I call it prepped. I was way too prepped for too many years to sit in those spaces, if that makes sense, where I'd rather take action and to unify. Yeah. Unify and work as peacemakers to see if we can move through artificial timelines and false timelines too. Different types of developments, fifth dimensional new earth developments. So just connecting into that, because I know lots of people have questions all the time, and your questions are beautiful. I don't go into the dramas. Yeah, and between my higher self and then my councils that have prepped me, we don't go into the dramas in the human forms. I said we call it human forms, human templates. Hopefully you'll be able to understand that. Hello, hello. Just connecting into the field. There's a new Atlantis, new Lemuria, Utopia systems. Utopia systems is for the new Earth realities, as far as solar free living dome structures, pyramid structures, different types of ways of experiences, sanctuary, purity living. Focus golden age timelines. So it's a multi-dimensional experience. Yes, you can integrate wisdom from there. So I want to explain just for a minute before I get off on here. This is for Hannah. You can clear distortions from Atlantis and Atlantean times. You will have to do that. Most likely purify. I'm just going to say to purify distortions, and I'm just going to leave it at that. There's templates. There's many different networks here that you will have to purify and go through a purification process. Connecting into what will happen afterwards when you go through a purification, and if it's a multidimensional purification process, afterwards you'll be able to unlock all the wisdom. So it's actually quite fun because you have to understand it's a multidimensional experiment. So you can integrate anyone that you want. Just letting you know. All galactic beings, certain ascended masters, you can do full embodiment integrations with, and then God, goddess, avatar, oversouls, different oversouls, avatars too as well. There's a lot. Atlantis, Lemuria, Tarian. Those aren't all the civilizations, but those are just a few. Andromeda systems too as well. So you can go through a purification process, clear all the distortions, and it's kind of like it's kind of like a fun little system that you can purify, and then you can unlock all the wisdom. You should be able to have all the abilities too. All of the abilities, the knowledge, any type of light technology, energetic wisdom, if you want to say. Records, books. Yeah, I know. We're going too high. That I was like not being able to think too much, but I'm just saying you can purge, clear, and then you can unlock all the wisdom, and it's fine. So yes, so Hannah, hopefully that answers your question. You have to purify it. Your avatar knows what it's doing, so just tuning into your avatar, your avatar can handle it. Okay, so you just want to purify everything to the purest frequency. Yeah, and then you should be able to unlock the abilities and wisdom. That's actually how I was able to unlock a lot of my abilities, and then also light speed abilities, plasma systems too as well. I think that would be the only question Yeah, so Daniel, hopefully that will answer it, but that's pretty much what they showed me. That's a false timeline too. Some of these timelines are going to be collapsed, and that's answering some of Daniel's questions. There's a lot of timelines that are going to be collapsed very soon. Okay. Receiving downloads Atlantis. There's a new Atlantis. Okay, the Atlantis is actually not distorted. I just want you guys to know that. It's a not distorted Atlantis. You have to understand that there is like millions of Atlantises and Lemurias, and there's lots of civilizations. Planet is a lot older than what you think. So it's not even, yeah, it's not even the Atlantis from the time and space. Is it the future? How long ago? Which one? It's like 500 million years ago. Kind of tuning in, it's like 500 million years ago. Yeah, there's like different civilizations that are coming in. What is it? New blueprints and structures. Yeah, so I can actually see what civilization that you're tuning into. So that's really cool. That's amazing. Yeah, I can remember, I have full memories of when the gates were open here, coming in and out as a being, so we could come in and out of our vessel. Everything was like free ranged. I also could see the memories of when everything went closed in the gates and they started shutting everything down too. So I was able to see, I had to go through a review. So I actually had to sit and look at everything, go through a review of everything. Yeah, they're showing me about Atlantis and all this stuff, but I actually had to go through that. But I do remember when we could come in and out of the vessel, like we actually could come in and out of the vessel, how we preserve the vessel and everything else. All the technology, light technology, crystal technology. So I was able to see that. And it was just letting you know, we did not look like this at all. We look like hybrid humanoids, multidimensional beings. There were Syrians and all different types of races that were here. Lizard races, Syrian races, some feline hybrids, different hybrid races. Syrian, yeah. There's all different types of races that were here. It was very open, an open, huge open portal in and out. It was nothing like what it was here. So I do have lots of vivid memory of it. And then, yeah, there was no cars. Just want you guys to know that. No cars, no gas stations, none of the stuff that's here, no telephone poles that I think that are used as prisons, but that's just me. There was none of this technology whatsoever. So we could teleport anywhere that we wanted to. We were on really high systems. I guess you could call them the Vecca body systems. So we actually had high systems at one point. You would teleport and everything, you'd just be there. There was not like none of this stuff was here. So when I fully had like the real awakening, driving the car was really bizarre. Going really like, this is, we're just killing the planet with these things. But is it? I was like, what is this? Like, what? Yeah, what is this? Like, I was freaking out, going, what is this thing? What is this thing? I was like, what is this? And it's like, I realized it was like most of my councils, because I actually have a crew that rides with me in my starship. So I realized it's them freaking out. And they were like, what is this? I'm like, everyone just be quiet. Okay. Like, shh. And it was like 3 or 4 of them. They're my crews. They're on a solar system vehicle. It's like an actual crystal solar vehicle. And I was sitting there till I said, everyone just quiet. Okay, we are like way back in time or something. There's something really wrong. I was telling you, I was like, this is a car. That was really funny. It's this few time travelers that I think somehow got stuck in my starship, that I had a really fun time with. But anyways, there's it. That was like hilarious when they were like, what is this? They're obviously from the future. but they're also from the past too, because the past, it was a lot different. It was nothing like this. You could teleport. We would just teleport to each other. So I try to explain that to people. You could teleport in and off planet, so you could come into your vessel and leave, and it was really normal. So you would actually know that there was no death. There is no death. So it's like you're not dying. You're actually just leaving. So that was interesting too. You come out of here. You could come in and out. We could preserve the body. It was a crystal body. We looked a lot bigger and all this stuff. So it was interesting. Nope, none of that stuff was here at all. So when you get your memories back, you'll actually remember this. And that's why I said, so we can't teleport, you can't do anything. So like, what do we do? And then you'll start asking questions. So why did you wake me up? Right? I said, but that was funny being in the car with them. There's like different travelers that were just like, what is this? I had to explain to them. I was like, well, they call this a car. This is how you work it. And I was like, we can't teleport here. We can't do anything. You have to go get gas. It's obviously going to poison my system. So my Merkaba will start going off with alarms. But because of poison in my system and all this really funny stuff. So I have to cleanse and clear my system every day. So I had to sit there and walk them through everything of what was going on. It's actually quite hilarious. Yeah, is it? As I said, I feel like I woke up and I had like three galactic star beings or galactic commanders like stuck in my starship somehow from another time and space. They were all sitting there going asking me, but it's my multidimensionals. So, coming in closer. The multidimensionals will come in closer. And to do integrations. It was really funny. All right, so I'm going to close up the space. Please drink lots of water because we did do light body upgrades, Merkaba upgrades. Drink lots of water, high vibrational foods, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So I'm sending you guys love and gratitude, and we have our last day will be tomorrow. It'll be for day 4, and it's going to be a little bit more on quantum living, quantum jumping, and more about the pineal gland third eye and the diamond third eye system. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening.